Back in the year 2003, I asked my father, Kliever, to read poems for an online holiday storytelling event that I was hosting. And I only just recently discovered I still had the recordings. I had not heard his voice since he died in 2004. What a discovery. So he's reading two poems. The first is The Journey of the Magi by T.S. Eliot. Now, I remember asking him about this choice for a reading. It seemed very sad to me. And he explained, as he always did so well, it was all about contradictions and paradox. In the Christmas story, but also in the greater spiritual journey and in life itself. I can now look at this poem, read the words, hear him read the words, and even in that fateful resignation in the last stanza, I can see that there is a hopeful feeling. For in questioning, curiosity, and wonder, those are the places where life moves forward. Paradoxically, those are the places that hold our hope.
Journey of the Magi by T.S. Eliot. A cold coming we had of it, just the worst time of the year for a journey, and such a long journey. The ways deep and the weather sharp, the very dead of winter, and the camels galled, sore-footed, refractory, lying down in the melted snow. There were times we regretted the summer palaces on slopes, the terraces and the silken girls bringing sherbet. Then the camel men cursing and grumbling and running away and wanting their liquor and women, and the night fires going out and the lack of shelters, and the cities hostile and the towns unfriendly, and the villages dirty and charging high prices. A hard time we had of it. At the end, we preferred to travel at night, sleeping in snatches, with the voices ringing in our ears saying that this was all folly. Then at dawn we came down to a temperate valley, wet below the snow line, smelling of vegetation, with a stream running and a watermill beating the darkness, and 3 trees on the low sky, and an old white horse galloped away in the meadow. Then we came to a tavern with vine looms over the window, 6 hands at an open door dicing for pieces of silver, and feet kicking the empty wineskins. But there was no information, and so we continued and arrived at evening not a moment too soon, finding the place. It was, you might say, satisfactory. This was all a long time ago, I remember, and I would do it again, but set down this. Were we led all that way for birth or death? There was a birth, certainly. We had evidence and no doubt. I had seen birth and death, but had thought that they were different. This birth was hard and bitter agony for us, like death, our death. We returned to our places, these kingdoms, but no longer at ease here in the old dispensation, with an alien people clutching their gods. I should be glad of another death.
Symbolism, of course, is always in the eye of the beholder, but that is, I think, close to what my dad might say. And so I'll listen to his reading of this poem, and I'll choose hope.
family. Peace. Bye-bye. Thank you for your support.
To a young wretch, Robert Frost. As gay for you to take your father's axe as take his gun, rod, to go hunting, fishing. You nick my spruce until its fiber cracks. It gives up standing straight and goes down swishing. You link an arm in its arm and you lean across the light snow, homeward, smelling green. I could have bought you just as good a tree to frizzle rosin in a candle flame. And what a saving 'twould have meant to me. But tree by charity is not the same as tree by enterprise and expedition. I must not spoil your Christmas with contrition. It is your Christmases against my woods. But even where thus opposing interests kill, they are to be thought of as opposing goods, oftener than as conflicting good and ill, which makes the war god seem no special dunce for always fighting on both sides at once. And though in tinsel chain and popcorn rope, my tree, a captive in your window bay, has lost its footing on my mountain slope, and lost the stars of heaven. May, oh may, the symbol star it lifts against your ceiling help me accept its fate with Christmas feeling.